You know, it was just last week where I made a video about the return of the man, or a debut, not so much a return, of J-E double F J-A double R-E double T. Jeff Jarrett, and boy, it did not take long for him to find himself in the spotlight once again, and kind of in a negative light. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell your family, your friends about this podcast. Don't be afraid to leave a comment down below what you thought about what Jeff Jarrett said. Also, don't be afraid to go check out older videos of which I've dropped in the past. That all being said, let's get into Wednesday night. Jeff Jarrett comes out. We saw last week where he struck Darby Allin in the head with his patented guitar. He was dressed up as Sting. The world was on fire. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, another guy has debuted. Another WWE guy has debuted on AEW. And I kind of defended the fact that he was not necessarily a WWE guy. And I'd be very interested to see how they use Jeff moving forward. So he, of course, tells everyone why he aligned himself with Jay Lethal, that he had given Jay Lethal his first contract, that being in TNA, that he had traveled the world with Dutt, and that he just starts listing off all the things about Satnam Singh to give some credibility to Satnam Singh. And then it wasn't so bad until he said, and I quote, "Singh is a real giant, not a make-believe monster in red skinny jeans produced by the Banana Nose Factory." As all past employees of WWE who has joined AEW, AEW just was watering at the mouth for the next shot at WWE. It was an uncalled for shot. It didn't get that great of a pop, really. And actually, people are fed up hearing WWE being insulted on a weekly, monthly, yearly basis by AEW when WWE never at all, or at least hardly ever, pays or notices AEW. When Tony Khan was asked when Triple H and Stephanie McMahon had taken over in an interview, was he excited that a possible partnership could happen? Now, I'm not quoting word for word here what was said, but he said he was hopeful until until he's seen how they was treating him. And then he goes off, and week after week, he bashes WWE, whether he bashes them on TV, whether he bashes them in an interview in some shape or form, and then he's surprised and he wants to play the flippin' victim? No. Now, granted, Jeff Jarrett, coming from the WWE, has a right to state his opinion. He's always been a controversial character, so maybe that had something to do with it, something to play into it, and maybe we shouldn't look so much into it, but I, for one, is so sick and tired of constantly having to hear something bashed against WWE. You either like WWE or you don't like WWE. As a fan, now as a company, you either want to eventually work with WWE or you don't. And it's obvious to me that you really don't. And it's obvious to me that you must still feel threatened by WWE, Tony Khan, because you constantly have your people go out there and bash them. Well, they don't have contracts in AEW. They have the free to do whatever contract. Bullcrap. Tony Khan has full control over what's being said. If you don't believe me, go listen to his answer and Busted Open Radio when he had to suspend Max Caster because the week before Bowen said that Tony Khan goes over everything with them before they go out there. They have Tony Khan come on the very next week after that controversial rap that Max Caster did and suspended him and saying, well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to start going over all the contracts. So somebody was lying there. Either way, Jeff made headlines. I think in a negative light. No one's flipping over the TV. You're not getting new viewership by having Jeff Jarrett on now. It's unfortunate to say that that AEW has found this monotonous thing of what they're going to be known for is this constant bashing of WWE. And now there's things are starting to come up between NWA and AEW, which I think I'm gonna make a video about that. I've noticed Impact's not working with AEW very much anymore either. Might be something to that. Anyway, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below.